ॐ जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयो श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। Sri Ramakrishna was sitting on this semicircular porch west of his room. There was a porch to the west of his room facing the Ganga, semicircular porch. Talking with Mahima and other devotees about the Hatha Yogi. The talk drifted to Ramaprasanna, the son of Krishna Kishore. The master was fond of the young man. Master. Ramaprasanna roams about aimlessly. The other day he came here and sat in the room, but he did not speak a word. He pressed his nostrils with his fingers, practicing pranayama. I offered him something to eat, but he would not take it. On another occasion, I had asked him to sit by me. He squatted on the floor, placing one leg upon the other. He was rather discourteous to Captain. I weep at his mother's suffering. When child is son, grown-up son, young man, he is all capable and he can work, he can go and take up some responsibilities. If nothing is possible, go and serve people. Do something in your life. Give something to this world. When the children are simply, Sri Ramakrishna says, Ramakrishna roams about aimlessly. This should never happen in human life. Aimlessly wandering. Human life is so precious. Every moment of life is so precious. Even to spend 1 second of life, 1 moment of life without meaning is we are digging our own grave. We are falling into depths of ignorance from where to come, because everything we do is an action karma. When people speak, I'll be thinking, oh, he's speaking. Every speech is karmendriya. How much people speak and never of God or of spiritual matter. Everything is every moment they are winding a reel upon themselves. How to break it open? If a thread is there tied round me, I can break and come out. If 10 strings are around, also I can break. When a reel comes up, rolling, I have no escape. I can't break it. So, morning till night, something excluding God, they will be speaking. Anything you can speak, but in the background, even good and bad, right or wrong, you can go on speaking, provided behind your speech, behind your imagination, behind your intentions, behind your mind and bodily existence, all this, what you are viewing, there must be the eternal, unchanging reality. If ground is not safe and you want to jump about, you will get immersed somewhere. So, see everything in the background of God. Talk everything in background of God. Do everything in background of God. Feel everything in background of God. Then nothing matters. Good and bad, right and wrong doesn't come into picture when you are seeing, hearing, that senses are working, and thoughts, action and feeling will not matter if the background is divine. It is a play going on. It doesn't bind you. You may scold or criticize anybody behind. If there is divine, it doesn't bind you. Words are emitting and they are dissolving in nature. That background we are missing. My own background I am missing. Background of this world I am missing. The divine, the God. God pervades the things also. That also I am missing. I am missing the Antaryamin who is pervading me. The background, the Brahman I am missing. World behind, Brahman I am missing. World is pervaded by Ishvara, I am missing. He is the Sutratman, pervading every object like a thread, moving it. I am missing. I am seeing matter. As matter, I am seeing matter and commenting. Will it not bind me? It does. So, this Ramaprasanna roams about aimlessly. Ramakrishna says, how much of tears mothers must be spending. I weep at his mother's suffering. His behavior is making mother suffer. And that suffering Sri Ramakrishna is weeping at. To Mahima, Ramaprasanna asked me to speak to you about the Hatha Yogi. The yogi's daily expenses are 6.5 annas. 6.5 annas. 1 rupee is 16 annas. 1 rupee. 6.5 annas. Almost 1/3 of a rupee or less than that. Suppose it is something like 30 paise, 30% or 30 paise in a rupee. 6.5 annas. But he won't tell you about it himself. Mahima, who will listen to him even if he does? Mahima. Manisen of Panihati entered the room with several friends, one of whom was a physician. Mani asked the master about his injured arm. The doctor did not approve of the medicine prescribed by Pratap Muzumdar. The master said to him, "Why should you say that? Pratap is not a fool." Suddenly, Latu cried out, "Oh, the medicine bottle has dropped and broken." See the fun. A group of devotees have come. Amidst them, one of the companions of the devotees is a physician. And people, the one who has brought him, is asking to inspect the master's hand, injured arm, and the medicine the earlier doctor has given is not approving. In the meanwhile, the bottle falls and is broken. It was not yet dusk, late in the evening. The master, seated on the couch, was talking to him and Mahima Charan on the semicircular porch, engaged in a loud discussion of the scriptures with the physician friend of Manisen. Whatever be the occasion, whatever be the situation, whatever be the incident, how they, it is just something like a foam on the ocean. It is appearing there, but whole ocean is water and water alone. Some foam is there in a corner or on the surface. Look at the depth, unimaginable depth of Sri Ramakrishna is talking about medicine and doctor. It is just like a foam on the ocean. He is filled with spirituality, spiritual. He is spirit in the world and constantly radiating consciously jnana, bhakti, so that the jivas holding on to his words transcend and go beyond. How immediately the shift of the topic you see. We get lost in ordinary talks, but they never get lost. They don't allow others to get lost also. Discussion of scriptures with the physician friend of Manisen. Sri Ramakrishna heard it with a smile and said to him, there he is delivering himself. That is the characteristic of Rajas. It stimulates desire to lecture and to show off one's scholarship. But Sattva makes one introspective. It makes one hide one's virtues. But I must say that Mahima is a grand person. He takes such delight in spiritual talk. One who enjoys spiritual talks and is not yielding or doesn't relish the other talks is of course great alone. Everyone is 90% of the humans are indifferent to spiritual talks. Nobody wants. The world and world, present, you see the Rajas, how it is. You can see present days, every person want to project himself in a different way which attracts others, but he is not that. All inside is he covers himself with some goodness, fortune, his glory he wants to project. But inside is rotting. Go to their home and see how miserable they are. They are projecting an image of themselves in a highly polished way, but inside is rusted. So, where is real glory? Real glory is my identity with God. At least, if not anything, thought of God. Am I able to get thought of God constantly? Just now and then, frequently at least, you are great. That is the glory. Glory is spiritual radiations. You radiate spirituality. If The last stage of human existence, the highest stage before we touch the divinity is sattva. The three gunas of nature, tamas, rajas, sattva. From tamas, sleep, lethargy, excessive anger, lust and all that. Like animal nature, I climb up to rajas. I am filled with so many desires and ambitions. I work, I run about. From there, I still go up. I am satisfied with whatever comes. I don't run after the things. I am peaceful within myself. I am happy with small needs of my life fulfilled. And more, I search myself. Who am I in this body? Introspection, turning inward. I try to understand what is this nature where I have come. How long am I going to stay here? But why did I come here? Who am I? What is this nature? What is beyond? These searches at higher level, this is sattva. Then another part of his existence, heart. Heart goes on. It has seen lives after life suffering. It knows what is suffering. Because of its suffering, every experience has turned out to be wisdom now. But the errors that man does and suffers, he knows because he is in sattva state. His heart weeps for the other's welfare. So he is trying to see the divine. He has lifted himself to the levels that world doesn't touch him. At the same time, he is looking down to see how the people are suffering, as if looking from the sky, as if looking down from a mountain. He is looking below. He sees the suffering mankind. Praise, O Lord, give them all peace. Give them all support. Make them move in the path of evolution. This constant prayer goes on within. This is just before the sun rises. This is dawn. Dawn has come. Great peace is coming within. He has not seen God yet. He has not seen the sun. But all signs of sunrise is there. Then comes the touch of the divinity. First rays of light directly from the sun. As the sun slowly raises little by little, more and more light comes out. More and more portion of the sun is visible above the horizon. Half, 3/4 full sun is outside. So, like that, now the next stage of his life will be, when he comes to sattva, sattvic state, is visualization, realization of God. Sri Ramakrishna is telling you, see, meditate on Divine Mother, you will realize her. That is the character of Rajas. Our difference between Sattva, Rajas and Tamas is explaining. Rajas makes him to present himself to the world. I am this, I am that, and all that. Some things are true, something what he imagines to be, but he is of that nature. It stimulates desire to lecture and show off one's scholarship. They are speaking about scriptures, but sattva makes one introspective. What he has read, he wants to find within himself. the truth of it. They are not satisfied with the understanding. I have knowledge of scriptures. No, I want to experience the truth said in the scriptures. But sattva makes one introspective. Swadhyaya. It makes one hide one's virtues. But I must say that Mahima is a grand person. He takes delight in spiritual talk. He goes on hearing. He talks also. And it's just like a person we were a few sitting, we were talking about a third person who is not there. And one person said, he may talk anything, but whatever he talks, it comes from the depths of his heart. Suppose he dislikes someone and comments or criticizes or says something to him, it is not words and mind coming from mind or situation instigating it. It comes from the depth of his heart. Similarly, anything good and great, he appreciates. It is not the mind or situation instigating it. It is as if he has taken poison and poison is coming out from mouth. As if he has drunk nectar and nectar is coming out of his mouth. That is what is coming out from the depths of the heart. So when Mahima speaks of he has assimilated certain things, he dwells in it. He tries to experience what he has read in the world while moving about in the actions. And he takes delight in talking, listening. This is when he talks also, that I am going to lecture, I am going to make others understand. He is wrong, that is wrong, is not there. Khandana Mandana won't be there like Sri Ramakrishna's. Free from all Khandana Mandana, that is denying others' presentations and presenting mine. Any theory, denying it and presenting my theory. Even Shankaracharya does it, of course, for the welfare of the Hindu Dharma and preservation of the Samskriti culture, he does it. But all other Dvaita, this was, of course, later on, he presents it in a different way, but all things, Buddhism, Jainism, this, that, everything, to present, he breaks them, counter-argues that he proves that they are wrong, and then he presents this as the right and genuine thing, Advaita. To present the Advaita philosophy, he denies that part is not at all there in Sri Ramakrishna. He just says this is truth. He never that breaking of others or telling anything as wrong or anything, denial is not there in Sri Ramakrishna's whole gospel of his life, or in his words, nowhere you will find. That religion is wrong, this religion is, their philosophy is wrong, this philosophy, no. So, this is truth, this is truth, this is truth. I have seen this truth. He just, no denial, no corrections. Whom to correct? It's a flowing water, constantly flowing. Humanity is constantly, I may correct one person, Within no time, he is no more there. Another person is there. So each one, Sri Ramakrishna says, nobody's watch is correct. 1 second difference, 2 seconds difference, 5 seconds, 1 hour difference. Everybody's watch is different. Whom to correct? Sri Ramakrishna never went to correct. This is correct time, set your watches. This is the greatest thing where that denial and proving once this one is there. No. Finally he says, all are true, but they are at different levels of growth and development. Finally, everything, all religions also, coming to religious level, he says, all basis of all religion is spirituality. The origin spirituality and grow, present different aspects of spirit and culminate again in pure spirituality. So the end is same, the base is same, in between we differ, because God is not limited, unlimited. Each one can see God in his own perspective, realize, transcend the nature and go beyond. Whatever way God you take doesn't matter. He, after some time, he reveals himself and takes you beyond the nature. The whole struggle is how to transcend the nature, inner nature and outer nature. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. All these things are there inside. External nature, birth, death, suffering, all situations of life, everything is coming. And how to transcend this and go beyond. This is the struggle. So Sri Ramakrishna is attending to those things which makes man free from the clutches of nature. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.